Just after midnight on September 26, 1983, Stanislav Petrov is sitting in the command chair of a nuclear bunker outside Moscow. A light on the console starts flashing. 5 American missiles inbound, and the system is demanding a response that would kill billions. If you're wondering what a history lesson about the Cold War has to do with obeying AI, Petrov chose to doubt a machine that was 100% certain the world was going to end. He relied on his own experience and judgment in a life-or-death moment to make the right call. But today, you are currently being trained to hand over your ability to make decisions. Instead of threatening you by taking your job or watching every move you make, a new system is slowly eroding your ability to choose to be wrong. It's called the AI Oracle. It's any system we treat as too smart, neutral, or certain to question. Stick around, because by the end of this, I'm going to show you exactly how AI systems are reprogramming our brains. Let's go back a little further than 1983, about 2,500 years further. High up on Mount Parnassus in ancient Greece, there was a temple. Kings, generals, ordinary farmers would travel for weeks, climb the mountain, and pay to sit across from a priestess called the Pythia. She'd breathe in fumes rising from a crack in the rock, fall into a trance, and mutter something, and priests would translate it into a prophecy. That was the Oracle of Delphi, and nobody actually went to Delphi for the truth. They went there so someone else would take the blame. Think about it. A general is deciding whether to go to war. If he decides alone and it goes badly, that's on him. But if the Oracle said go, well, who's going to argue with a god? The Oracle was a black box. You put a question in, something unexplainable happened inside, and certainty came out the other end. Psychologists have a name for why we do this: automation bias. It's our tendency to trust the output of a neutral system over our own human intuition. Machines feel like they don't have skin in the game, so when it tells you something, your brain relaxes and says, it has no reason to lie. In essence, the Pythia breathing volcanic fumes and a large language model spitting out probabilities are weirdly scratching the exact same itch. So maybe you're thinking, sure, but I'm not exactly consulting a priestess in a cave. I just use Google Maps. Fair. Let's talk about that. You've had this happen. GPS tells you to turn left. You know somewhere in the back of your mind that this doesn't look right, but you turn left anyway. 10 minutes later, you're stuck behind a parked delivery truck in an alley that clearly wasn't built for cars, wondering why you didn't just trust yourself. Then there's the algorithm rabbit hole. You open an app to check one notification, and 90 minutes disappear, and you don't even remember choosing to watch any of it. It chose for you, one tiny nudge at a time. And that matters more than it seems. You make roughly 35,000 decisions a day. Most of them are tiny: what to eat, which route to take, what to watch, what to read next. And more of those decisions are quietly getting outsourced. That would be fine, except choice is a muscle, and muscles that don't get used die off. We're now using algorithms for hospital triage, deciding who gets seen first, for hiring new employees, and for sentencing, feeding a judge a risk score that quietly shapes how many years someone spends in prison. But if the algorithm makes a bad choice, if it denies the wrong patient, rejects the wrong candidate, sentences the wrong person too harshly, nobody goes to jail for that. The black box effectively makes the decision disappear and becomes a shield that human cruelty can hide behind. Let's go back to that bunker. Stanislav Petrov is 44 years old. It's the middle of the night, and the room is lit by the sick green glow of the monitors. He's not supposed to even be on shift. He's covering for a colleague. And that detail matters because Petrov isn't purely a military man. He's an engineer. He was trained to question how the system operates. The alarm hits. His hands are on the console, and he can feel his own pulse in his fingertips. The protocol is simple: verify, report up the chain, and the chain reacts. He thinks, if this is real and I do nothing, I've failed my entire country. But if I report it as real and I'm wrong, I have started the war myself. 5 confirmed launches, according to the machine that was specifically built to never be wrong about this. And Petrov looks at the screen and decides, this is a false alarm. He saw a number of tiny inconsistencies the machine couldn't weigh. Only 5 missiles, when a real first strike would send hundreds. A ground radar that hadn't picked up anything yet. He picked up the phone and he reported it as a malfunction. He was right. It was a satellite catching sunlight glinting off clouds, misread as a launch. Petrov saved the world by overruling the Oracle. But Petrov's Oracle in 1983 was a clunky, blinking console with 5 lights on it. It couldn't argue back. It couldn't produce a 40-page report defending its own conclusion. If Petrov were sitting in that chair today, and instead of 5 blinking lights he had a sleek dashboard confidently telling him, in clean language with charts and a 99.7% confidence interval, that a strike was inbound, would he have made the same call? Would you have made the same call? That uncertainty is the whole point of this video. So here's where I land on all of this. The AI Oracle isn't a technology problem. Better regulation won't fix it. Better models won't fix it. It's a courage problem. Petrov didn't have superior information that night. But what he had that the machine didn't was the willingness to be wrong. That's the muscle we're letting atrophy. Our willingness to own a decision when a confident machine disagrees with us. So before you go, I want to leave you with the question I've been sitting with since I started researching this. What is one decision you've handed over to an algorithm that you need to take back? Not the big, dramatic, world-ending kind. The small one, the GPS route, the playlist, the recommended for you. Somewhere on that list is a decision that used to be yours and quietly isn't anymore. Put it in the comments. And if this kind of thing is the kind of thing you think about, subscribe, because we're going a lot deeper down this road.